Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Taste of the Caribbean. I want to start by giving thanks to God for this great day He created. Always put God first in everything you do, and you'll be successful. Let's start today. I'm going to make for you some fried plantains. It's going to be done three ways. One is going to be the African. A lot of East and West Africans like to actually fry their plantains diced. So these are some diced fried. These are some diced sweet yellow plantains right here. This other one right here is going to be typically the way many uh, Caribbeans like to make their plantains. They actually slice it in a diagonal manner. The next one is going to be some plantain chips. So these are thinly sliced, and it could be eaten by many people in the Caribbean. Africans as well as Americans can actually eat that. Okay, and I have three plantains here that I'm going to just show you how each of them was actually cut and how to actually prepare this. So I'm going to pull this a little bit closer. The first thing that I actually like to do here is going to let's put some holes in these plantains right here. This way, when it actually gets into the oil, everything is cooked evenly. So we're going to put, okay. All right. Now, ideally, when you're choosing the plantains, I must say that you're looking for this kind. If you have any one that has like these black striations right here, running right down the plantain, this is what you're looking for. It has to be yellow, has to have a very soft feel in the inside, not too soft, otherwise it's overripe, but making sure that it still has that soft texture on the inside. This one, it doesn't have too many black striations, but it has one long one right here and just kind of blotches everywhere else, but it's still soft inside. So these two are ripe. But this one right here is not. So this one is still, as you can see, is kind of green right here, but it is somewhat turning yellow right here, but it has some spots, but it doesn't have long striations and it's still firm inside. So this is ideally a green plantain. So if you wanted to fry something that's green, this would be it. It's not very sweet, so it's not considered ripe. Okay, so I do have some sea salt here, and I added some sea salt to many of these different plantains. So I will, I'm going to continue I'm going to get the knife, so and I'll be right back. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this plantain, and I'm going to just show you how I actually cut this plantain here. And this one is cut in this manner, sliced diagonally like this. Okay. All right. So we're going to add these right here. Okay, the next one is I'm going to cut it the way many Africans, East and West Africans, like to eat their plantains. So you want to make sure that you actually slice it down the middle. You can also, this is kind of like a cross section right here. Good. And what I like to do is put it in half like this. Use a little bit of sea salt. Maybe a quarter of a teaspoon of that. And yeah, just you can actually kind of cut it this way Make sure it's all diced up. See, almost an inch thick. And then you should have, make sure you have everything separated here. And it should look just like this right here. Okay, the next one is going to be the plantain chips. Obviously, if you do have a mandolin, that would be effective as well. Because I'm using a knife, I would say if you could cut it almost like a quarter of an inch thick and slice it all the way down the middle, like this. See? Okay, all right. So just wanted to give you an idea, and we're going to put this right here, and we're going to get to frying these plantains. And we are back. So we're going to fry all of these plantains in a Dutch pot. Now, typically, it's going to take about maybe 6 to 7. I would put 7 to be on the safe side. 7 heaping spoons of oil, canola oil, in the pot. Warm up the pot for at least up to 8 to 10 minutes and on medium heat, and then you can actually start frying the plantains. And you can actually test one plantain to make sure that it is frying, because you don't want to necessarily overcrowd the pot. Otherwise, you're going to have plantains that's not going to fry properly, and it's not going to be crispy. All right, so I've had this heating up on the stove. I want to just show you how this is going to look like. Now, this is very important. When you do put these plantain chips in there, you want to make sure that it's spread out and it's not stuck together. So ideally, when you do put it in here, you can use the spoon to spread it out so it's not going to be stuck. But you're going to start with the first one. You see? We're going to just move this right here. And we're going to spread it out. As you can see, you want to put it on, okay. Let's get some pieces of forks over here. Just kind of spread this out. Separate this right here. Make sure every one of them is not stuck together. So you can actually kind of use a fork, kind of make sure it's all right. That looks good. All right, we're gonna try this right now. I'm gonna put this in here. Put about 2 of these spoons in here. And obviously all of them were salted as well. Okay. Let's put some of these in here. Use this fork. Okay, it's looking pretty good. All right, so we're gonna let this, we're gonna let it fry. Just make sure. I have one of them. Okay. All right. once you see it start to brown like this, you just flip it over. You don't want it to burn. It's not burning, but it still has a few minutes to cook, and you don't want to put the fire up too high. You just want to make sure that you maintain a sizzle, but don't make it so vigorous that it fries so quickly and then it starts to burn. So it's right now at a really good temperature, and we just leave it this way for the next few minutes, but I would definitely keep an eye on it and just make sure that both sides are brown. And once both sides are brown, then you can take it out, and we'll just put it there on the paper towel. You can also put it on some kind of, I believe they have, it's a strainer that you can actually put it in, and you can actually strain out the excess oil. As you can see with this, the spoon right here, it does have some holes that you can actually kind of make sure that a lot of the oil will drip right through when you do take it out. All right, so we're just gonna let this thing fry, and then we're gonna let these plantains fry, and then the paper towel, and then I'll show you the finished product when it's done. Okay, everyone, so the plantains are done frying, and they are exceptional. We have the West Indian ones right here, the Caribbean plantains, and then we have the also the East and West African style plantains right here. Then we have also the crispy plantain chips right here, and gave it a try, and I can give one of these, and really good. Has a crispy outer edge to it, has great sweetness, has great salt. You would not be disappointed. These plantains actually go really well with rice and peas, rice and beans, cauliflower rice, white rice, with any kind of meat or vegetable. Give it a shot. You will not regret it. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications. Enjoy.